So initially my first drawing included the catapult to the lever and then the loop-de-loop, and then it was going to hit something that Gollum was attached to, and then he was going to fall. But then I realized that if I used the mouse trap to pull Gollum, then he could fall into the depths of Mordor. So that was what I needed to create. But these pieces and all the pieces under here needed to be put into place, and that's the use of books. So we used half a cart of books. So catapult was already created, and then I needed my lever. Now my lever needed to be able to actuate the ball, but the lever was so heavy that I had to counterbalance it with these washers in a tray, and I needed a big target to hit with the catapult so I didn't have to spend all day missing, and I only missed 2 or 3 times during all of my trials. So then I had to get the mouse sphere, the mouse ball, from wherever it's gotten to, and it was over there. So the mouse ball had to get knocked off and into the loop-de-loop. In order to get into the loop-de-loop, it needed to be actuated by the lever, but the lever needed to hit something. So that was the first problem. Then the second problem was they kept falling off, so I needed a little divot. And so I utilized my fingernail and I made a little teeny weeny divot inside the balsa wood. And then it kept falling off because sometimes the lever was so violent that it would knock it off this edge. So I added this little piece here to help hold it on as it goes through the lever. Now when it got off the ramp, it was going so fast that it kept ricocheting. It kept bouncing off of everything. And when it kept bouncing off of everything, I needed to have it slow down. So I added a ramp here to bleed some speed off it, but that wasn't enough. So I actually took a page that was ripped out and I folded it up until it was the right height, and I would micro adjust the height of the ramp by pushing it in or pulling it out. Ball lands in here, and it kept bouncing around, so I added this piece of wood, and then because as we were getting it near its final destination, that it needed this bumper here to stop the ball from coming in, coming across, bouncing right back out. So I needed this bumper here to feed it into the tube, and in order to meet the tube, I put this piece of balsa here so that when it went into the tube, it could get in there without getting bounced on the lip. And then it was down to the mousetrap, which was glued to the floor, and then the string was attached to the seat that Gollum was on. So he's not very happy about the whole process, but he did a great job. What we're looking at here is catapult launcher launches steel sphere into tray of washers on lever. Lever is attached to actuator block. Block hits tension rods, which drop mouse sphere into loop-de-loop. Loop-de-loop launches ball across the chasm, up the mini ramp, down into the trough, into the chute, out of the chute down to the mousetrap, which pulls the rope, which then drops Gollum into Mordor of blocks. He's all put out and sad. All right, let's give it a try. Attempt number 1. We're going to draw back to level 8. And hitting the steel sphere, loading the tension, inputting kinetic energy, stored as elastic potential to level 8. Through the loop-de-loop, up the ramp, and 3. Adjusted ramp, level 8 on the power scheme. Through the loop-de-loop, up through the ramp. Ooh, and it didn't knock Gollum off his little pedestal, but everything else worked. Attempt number 5, maybe? 4 or 5. 8. Missed. Oh, I moved my thing back. All right. Attempt number, we'll call this 5. A little extra. Through the loop-de-loop, up through, down. Oh, dang nabbit. He almost fell. We'll call this attempt number 6. Gollum over there, sitting on his pedestal above the fires of Mordor. Ball. I'm drawing back. Power set to 8.5. I missed. Alright, let's give it another whirl. Down to, we'll go 9. Oh, and we missed. Went too fast. Oh. Hee hee.